The government attempted to offer unsubstantiated claims as evidence of culpability in the case against Yun Kai Lu, one of the three men allegedly involved in a scheme to purchase high-end merchandise with counterfeit credit cards. But as PNC's Jolene Tovis reports, District Court Judge Francis Gatewood would not have it.
Yun Kai Lu was set to accept a plea offer from the government for his role as a, quote, shopper in the alleged scheme orchestrated by a secret Chinese organization. In acceptance of the offer, Lu pleads guilty to possession of 59 bogus credit cards. And while the court went through the details of the plea agreement, it did not accept the guilty plea, citing that the court was waiting for a completion of a pre-sentence report. The court did, however, give the government an opportunity to point out the culpability of each defendant named in the case. Dao Qin Liu was identified as the organizer, handler, or ringleader. Zi Wen Wang and Liu were identified as, quote, shoppers. However, according to the government, Liu had a larger role in the scheme than Wang. But when asked for evidence to support the claim, the government was only able to divulge details of an ongoing investigation, details that have yet to be substantiated. The government revealed that Wang and Liu's trip to Guam to, quote, go shopping, end quote, may not have been the first shopping trip the two embarked on. The government shared that photographs of declined credit card transactions at a luxury store in either California or Seattle called Hermes were observed on Wang's phone. The credit card transactions named Liu as the bearer of the fake credit card, and the transaction was over $10,000, adding that Liu stood to gain 15% of the cost of the merchandise he bought using the fake credit cards. The government further disclosed that travel itineraries and boarding passes for a flight to Hawaii, along with, quote, selfies of Wang and Liu in Honolulu, were also observed on Wang's phone. The government says that this was evidence of possible prior acts. However, none of these prior acts have been corroborated. This assertion to the court caused serious concern for Judge Gatewood, who stated, quote, you can't come into my court, any court, and say evidence that could be damaging that's still under investigation and say that one is more culpable than the other. It's not fair to speculate culpability, end quote. The defense was equally concerned and contended that Wang was the one who brought Liu into the scheme, revealing that the trip to Hawaii was when the two young men met a woman identified as Liu Ti Ting on the plane. That woman allegedly put the two in contact with Liu. With this before the court, Judge Gatewood indicated that she would take the guilty plea at the sentencing hearing, but issued a stern warning to the government, stating, quote, be warned that I expect a thorough and substantiated memo on culpability, end quote, as Liu is subject to deportation as a result of a felony conviction. Sentencing for all three defendants is set for February 20th. Reporting for PNC News, I'm Jolene Tovis.